What's good, Mr. Braxton? It's time. It is time for the throwdown. That's right, it's going down. Like they say, get your tape recorders ready. Ben Simmons. Here we go again with this scrub. I see you, Nick. Nicholas Jacobs in the house. Tired of this scrub. Everybody hit the like button. Get the like button. Get it going early. First off, Ben Simmons has got the wrong attitude. But we're going to get to all of that, man. Shouts out to everybody that's been supporting the page. Make sure you make sure that you're getting your notifications. A lot of people are not getting notified when the videos are going live, even load live stream or whatever. We've been trying to fix the problem on our end. Even right now, we're still stuck in that situation. We're still trying to get things fixed on our end. He should get traded. But who would want that? I mean, the thing about a trade is it's got to be value in it for the other team as well. You know, people just be like, man, he a problem, trade him. I'll be like, we don't want a problem. Why would we want him over here? See, when your reputation is damaged, it's hard to come back from that. When your reputation gets soiled like his is, it's hard to come back from that. From the beginning, I said the problem with Ben Simmons is he's overrated. They've blown him up because of his agent, which doing his job, blowing his client up to be something that he's not. And when he's put in a position to where he has to prove or be something that he's not, and he doesn't live up to it, in Philly, that pressure is going to be a lot high to you got to go. And nothing was more evident than the playoffs against the Atlanta Hawks. When Joel Embiid is doing all he can, and he just needs somebody to step up a little bit and give him a little bit of support, he couldn't get it out of Ben Simmons. And it took the weight off everything else because you're supposed to be the other elite superstar on the team. So Ben comes into camp, he's unmotivated. When someone puts out the information that you come in, he's got his cell phone in his pockets. He's completely unattached. He daps up Maxey, and everybody else. He doesn't talk to Joel Embiid. It's just a problem unnecessarily. And right away, he's not willing to engage, and Doc's trying to talk to him. And this kind of went against what they had discussed when they were speaking about it early on. What's up, April? Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate that. They're trying to block anybody who super chat me from my page right now. So it's crazy. and not give them notifications. So thank you. I appreciate it. Now, all of these different things are coming full circle, because now you got a situation you're stuck with Ben Simmons. It's like, why do we have this guy, and why is this guy still is being a constant problem or thorn in our side? Why do we still have to deal with this nonsense? He wants to be traded. We're trying to get rid of him. Other teams are turning down trades because the trades don't make sense. They wanted CJ McCollum, and it's like, no, we're not trading CJ for Ben, so we can have that problem here of having Ben and Dame here. If they'd have just did CJ for Ben and a first round pick, maybe. But CJ McCollum is probably a better all around player than Ben Simmons, because he could actually score. Where you're not going to get that productivity out of Ben Simmons. That's right. What's up, Kwame? Yeah, I didn't know you was going live. They are blocking your notifications for me. I get it late. So you'll be live and I won't get the notification till about 5 minutes in, or it'll be near the end. Now they're not even sending out notifications at all for me. I was talking with YouTube today and they trying to claim it's some type of garbage. People don't turn on their notifications. They coming up with, I'm like, how did they had it turned on 2 weeks ago and now today they don't? But he got kicked out. This fool got his cell phone in his pockets. He's answering his phone. Thanks for the super chat, bro. Yeah, Ben Simmons got his damn cell phone in his sweatpants. And gonna pull over and answer the damn phone in the middle of practice. And he ain't listening to Doc. He ain't communicating on the play. Doc said, Ben, that's it. You're not even trying. He's just trying to show up in appearance like I'm in practice, so he don't get fined no more money. So he's been suspended a game by the 76ers. And he's so dumb because he got this agent who don't know any better. They finna jack up his whole contract. He gonna end up getting his contract voided if he's not careful. Conduct detrimental to the team. Woof! That is a fine line. That's one the union can't get over. I told you, when they wanted to get somebody off my job that I used to work at, this person won because what they did to her was kind of illegal, even though she was a troublemaker and they wanted her gone. So the troublemaker won her lawsuit against the company and she could return back to work because they didn't go through the proper process in getting rid of her. So she won. So they had to pay her all this back money and she had to come back to work. I'm like, I would have never came back. So before she came back to work, it was told by the bosses to make sure she got all the hard jobs, the real complicated ones. So and every time she screw up, warn her one time, and then the next time you write it down. Keep track. Because we finna write her up every single time. They kept the paper trail so they could say, okay, she screwed up this job. After you warn her, let the job go screwed up. And once it's screwed up and it's shipped out and they find out she screwed it up, her name is signed on there. make a Xerox copy, give it to us. They had the paper trail on her because the job she had just learned it. You had to train on that job for a while to do these certain projects that they were giving her. And they was willing for it to be messed up going to the customer, to take that hit and fixing it and giving it back to the customer just to have it messed up there so they could have that paperwork to get rid of her. And there was nothing she could say when she got fired because the paperwork was there. She was messing up. And she was like, I didn't get no chance to learn the job. I'm like, why would you come back? You should have went and found a whole nother job. You should have known. You won against them. They can't have you here. So Ben Simmons, they're doing the right paper trail to be able to say, hey, if we can't trade this guy and he ain't doing what we want him to do, and he ain't playing ball the way he's supposed to, and he ain't trying to be part of this team, we gonna suspend him and we gonna show conduct detrimental to the team. There's plenty of ways that you could do this. You could show there, be a good teammate. Look at James Harden. James Harden was not there and present, but James came into camp with Houston. He was clapping his hands, pretending like he was part of the team and all that. And on the court, he was just trying not to get hurt. And then they ended up just sitting James. Because they was like, man, look, we can't be losing games and you ain't out here trying. So they sat James Harden down. But they couldn't say it was detrimental to the team because he showed up to practice. He clapped and rooted for his teammates. He was on the floor. He participated. Sure, he wasn't going hard, but hey, he didn't do anything conduct detrimental to the team. So he got his money. And he got traded. They might not have liked it, but he did his thing. See, the problem is Rich Paul. That's Ben Simmons' problem. Rich Paul believes he's bigger than the client and takes his own personal vendettas out against the doggone clients. Use them as pawns to get what he wants because he really has only one client, which is LeBron. So everything is service to LeBron. And now Ben Simmons is just another product of that. Here it is, Ben Simmons wanting to stay in Philly, didn't want to leave, didn't want to get traded, heard he was getting traded, tried to get information on it. Then all of a sudden he gets hit with this lawsuit from Noel, and Philly confirms that they tried to reach out to Rich Paul about it, but about acquiring Noel, but they didn't get any word. He felt betrayed by the Philadelphia 76ers, and now all of a sudden Ben wants to leave. Ben never expressed leaving. He expressed staying in Philly all that time until this lawsuit with Noel hit. Now all of a sudden Ben wants out. Bill is unhappy. He doesn't want any part of Philly. Wow, what timing? What timing about a situation that had nothing to do with Ben Simmons? Now all of a sudden you was in there in summer camp, in the summer league, running up on the GMs of Philly saying, I heard y'all finna trade Ben. Or are y'all trading Ben? I need to know now. Is that what y'all trying to do? They was like, we trying to keep the team together. That's what we trying to do. But they're confused as to why is this dude all in our face? Yeah, he wanted to get traded. But you got your cell phone in your jogging pants pocket while you out on the court. He's not in basketball shape. He's not really ready for game one anyway. So him being suspended for game one doesn't really mean too much for them. But look, this is what people need to understand. The agents don't control the leagues, and that's what they're showing them. It's like, we have a process here. The general manager is his choice. And the president of the team, they're not finna let an agent dictate to them what they should do with their team and their clients that they pay their contracts. Now, he's suspended one game. Now, if he comes back and does something stupid like that again and get thrown out, he could be suspended for a week. They're getting the paper trail ready. So if you're not smart, which he isn't, this scenario will keep happening to you. And you'll be out of millions and millions of dollars because no one else, all those other teams, you think they ain't seeing this? Nobody made up their mind saying, you know what would be good for us if we was to bash Ben Simmons. You was the darling child. You didn't go through the trials and tribulations. You was hurt a whole first season. They still said we don't judge Ben Simmons. He's still the next greatest thing. He's the next LeBron James. He can see the court. He's the Mr. Triple-Double. Second year, came in the league. They promoted you all the way through. They never said nothing bad about Ben. Even though Ben would not shoot the ball, they would not let anything go. About Ben. But Philly has been trying to move him. They tried to move him from Malcolm Brogdon. And get Malcolm Brogdon on the 76ers. And Ben Simmons would have been in Indiana. But that trade got rejected. They tried to deal with the Golden State Warriors. That trade got rejected. They tried recently another trade with the Boston Celtics. A three-way trade with them. That got rejected. They tried to make a deal with the Washington Wizards. That trade got rejected. So there's so many trades that were rejected because the 76ers are trying to get draft picks. They're trying to get draft picks out of people. And those draft picks are what's holding things up. Because not who gonna want to give up 3 first-round draft picks for Ben Simmons? It's like, dude, we're taking your problem on our hands, and you think this guy is worth first-round picks? He don't even want to shoot the ball. But why would you have your cell phone in your pocket? Then you why you practicing? Then you gonna answer the phone on the sideline. Like, dude, no other player there has their cell phone on them. Everybody in shorts, you the only one in sweatpants. What's next? You gonna come in there with pajamas on and house shoes? Yeah, I'm ready to practice. Let's practice. Alright, let's run. Break. And what Joel Embiid said, I don't have time to babysit people. I'm not finna babysit him. I don't have time for it. And he told Doc, I don't got time to babysit this guy. I'm not going through this. He pouting like a kid. Like, we done our part. Doc's tired of it. The 76ers organization is tired of it. And you look at, where's the core of the problem? And Rich Paul doesn't realize this, but this is what making a bad impression looks like. Call it anything you want. It's a bad impression. You're an African American agent. This is a bad look on you. Even though it should be just exclusively to, Rich Paul, it makes people go, see what happened? You get a black agent and look what they do. Well, Red Sox fan, that's why they have contracts. If you don't want to, you want to leave when you want to leave, then that's why you should just do a year-by-year contract. You can do that. Say, I want a year-by-year contract. You think a team wouldn't want that? But if you have a team and you sign a guy for 3-4 years in your contract and then he want to leave after 1 year, would you just let him go? That's what you do? I respect the guy that wants out. I don't. Contracts can be broken. Yeah, but it comes at a cost. They don't just break contracts. Contracts come at a cost. Believe me, nobody wants to keep somebody that don't want to be there. But they're going to have to be compensated for their loss. And then you can go. That's how it works. They don't just trade you because you get mad and don't want to be there no more. Well, he's acting like a spoiled, whiny baby because he's represented by a spoiled, whiny baby. So he's basically acting like his agent, who's giving him bad advice because he's damaged this guy's reputation. He's damaged his stock. You had a guy who wanted to stay in Philly. He loved it there and wanted to stay. He had no intentions of leaving. None. Now all of a sudden he gotta go. It's like, what? He can't stay there. I repeat, this is a guy who had no intentions of leaving. And all of a sudden, he gotta leave. Once Rich Paul got hit with that lawsuit, and the 76ers came out and confirmed everything that they said about them that was involving them at the time with their head coach at the time, who said, well, we tried to get you, but your agent didn't return our calls. The GM, who was the general manager at the time, definitely tried to reach Noel. But Rich Paul would not take their calls. And they were offering much better deals than the New York Knicks. But he wanted them with the Knicks and not the 76ers. And my question is why, when this is supposed to be a situation where you're doing what's best for your client? Exactly. Would you rather be? Thank you for the super chat, people. And definitely hit the like button for those who just got here. Subscribe to the page and hit the notification bell, because they're trying to say people ain't hitting the notification bell and tell that lie. So definitely do that if you're new here, so that you don't miss any notifications when it goes live. They're doing the same thing to me that they're doing to Kwame Brown. They taking away subscribers, all kind of goofiness. I'm getting notifications late or not at all. So we're all fighting through it. Mm-hmm. I know, man. It's a tiring day. But I'm tired of Ben Simmons. What team would be a good fit for Ben Simmons? The Indiana Pacers. That's a good fit for him, because Ben, they don't have any pressure to win anything in Indiana. He can go ahead and have his stat games, do what he wants to do. No one's ever going to try to get him replaced or anything else. They can still make the playoffs, because the East is the 6, 7, and 8 to be up for grabs. So you could be 500 and still be in the mix. So that's all you need to know there with that situation. Ben is in a privileged position where he could learn a thing or two if he was keen to learn a thing or two. But he's difficult to be coached when he's not locked in. But before that, he was a dream to work with. But when Doc had that meeting in Rich Paul's house, things did not go very well. Are you welcome? And now that they didn't go very well, people want to, make their own opinions, because Doc ended up shouting because he knew what's going on. It was not what he was promised. He was promised that at the meeting would be entirely different, and it wasn't. It was basically a dictating position instead of a position that made any type of sense, any real type of sense. It was basically, we're showing up to tell you this is what we're gonna do until the trade is done. They was like, whoa, hold up. First off, you either gonna be part of this team or you're not. And then when he didn't show up to sit on the sideline, with the rest of the team, it's like, okay, look, now you not doing exactly what you said you was gonna do. This is not what we agreed upon. So I'm not with this at all. So obviously they want him out. It makes sense to not have him around if that's gonna be his attitude. Why would you want somebody around that's not gonna be part of the team? So he's only showing up so that he can get some money, so he can get that bag. That's it. So without that, what is he really? Now, There's plenty of people that tell you something different, but I'm telling you what's real. Without that bag, what is he gonna have? So if you gonna let Rich Paul trick you out your check, then you deserve to get what's coming. He getting tricked. He tricking his own self out of his money. It's your money. The agent works for you. So you could tell your agent, screw you, this is what I'm gonna do. I forgot what athlete it was. He walked into the office and shook the owner's hand and said, we got a deal. The agent was still holding out for more money. He went there personally, drove up to the doggone office, shook the owner's hand and said, we got a deal. So he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. Ain't nothing about what Ben Simmons has done so far says Hall of Fame, bro. Come on now, stop. Really, stop. If Ben Simmons is Hall of Fame, then hell, they might as well just open the floodgates and let everybody in. Well, damn, Trae Young's Hall of Fame then right now. Go ahead and put him in there. He in there now, right? They was mad Jordan said Steph won Hall of Fame. And this was a few years ago. They were mad about that. Now Jordan said, no, you Hall of Fame now. You Hall of Fame now. So you can go ahead and do your thing. So that was that. But everything else was entirely different. So he's unstoppable on the break. Well, that's obviously not true. Because if he was unstoppable on the break, then man, they should win every game then. They should be in the NBA Finals. So somebody must have stopped him on the break. So, yeah, this season Steph Curry will break the record. He's gonna break the 3-point record this year. I think he passes Ray Allen this season. So definitely bet that if you want to bet that at the casino as a lock bet. That's a lock. Steph will pass the 3-point record this season. He will break all those records. Steph Curry has always been like one of the best shooters in the game, so he'll break those records easy. Okay, I will. So don't even worry about that. Steph will break that record. He said they talking about 2K21. Exactly. Oh yeah, I got tons of bets on the games. I'll give you the winners right now. Give me the game that you want to know. I'll give you the winner. Give me the game. I'll give you the winner. The Sacramento Kings had turned it down because they was asking for too many picks. So that didn't work. They're going to have to go with 2 rounders. The Bucks and Nets, the Nets will win that game. It'll be close. It's going to come down to the wire. Okay. What you want, the Dodgers and Braves? Because if you're looking for Dodgers and Braves, who's playing tonight in baseball? I would definitely bet the Warriors +3. Because I'll tell you, you don't want me to pick Laker games. Don't ask me to pick a Laker game. You don't want no bets on me on no Laker game. I'll tell you that 100%. Yeah, he just got me, then I don't know if they got somebody else.
Where are the people? Where are your people? Huh?
I think you're finna call him now. You got me, and then I think he's next. I mean, after me is him. So you got 2. Yeah. Oh yeah, I know. I'm gonna stand out here because I'm on the phone. Yeah. So who else is y'all talking about? Boston winning everything. You don't want me to pick a Laker game. Uh, Braves tonight. You bet the Dodgers. Bet the Dodgers. Uh, Astro Sox. Definitely take the Stros. Take the Stros and take the Dodgers. Bet the Bucks is gonna. It's gonna be a game that's gonna come down to the wire. Believe me, this is gonna be another 1 point, 2 point game. Won't be a blowout, but the Nets will win. Nets will win opening night. Patrick Mahomes' wife's brother dancing. He didn't know where he was. That whole thing is just getting blown out of proportion. He was just dancing on the sideline because that's where they had been ordered to stand. They had to do on the sideline. He don't know where he was standing, that they had the memorial thing there. He's not even looking at that. So he didn't know what was going on. He apologized for it, anything, but he had no intentions of doing any of it. So that's why I didn't make a video about it, because it didn't make any sense. So I'm gonna holler at y'all later. I gotta get out of here.